So sorry. That was silly. I'm gonna put
Round two.
I'm gonna put a little skip thing in there. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters. I'm Juicy Jones, and this is going to be a live review of The Voyage by Coastal Clouds. This is
Right.
SkeletorVapes.
How the hell is everybody? What the fuck is going on, y'all?
We got people in
Okay.
chat. Yeah, we were sitting around doing nothing, and this is part of an effort at Orbital Vaping Headquarters to do stuff live. So you're going to see us try this stuff. We'll talk about it, and then it's a little bit of an experiment. So leave comments and give us some feedback, and we'll improve this as we go. What do you got there, Skeletor?
I actually have the flavor menu for Coastal Clouds.
Oh.
Yeah, there's 3 flavors actually, which I have sample bottles from VCCT of all 3 of them.
Oh. Yeah.
Today
in
we're
fact,
doing the Voyage.
I need to mention that I got this bottle as for review from Craft Vapory, and it came as part of a box. I'm going to do a separate review of the overall box and everything in it later, but I'm doing this one first, and I'll do the other 2. But Skeletor and I both have this flavor, so we thought it would be fun for us to both do a review at the same time. I'm kind of trying to make it focus. So why don't you read the description for this stuff, Skeletor, while my thing doesn't focus?
All right. Sounds good to me. Okay, so we've got a live story time with Skeletor.
Oh.
Here we go. It's called The Voyage. A warm crunch berry Rice Krispie treat covered in gooey marshmallow. Prepare to embark on a fantastic voyage.
That sounds fantastic. I wish I could. I wish I could make my camera focus. I guess I'm going to do that one day. Get a camera that focuses. So this stuff is 60/40. It is mine's 3 milligram. It comes in pretty much any milligram you want. I got it from the Craft Vapory, and you can get it from a number of places. And it is a Rice Krispie Crunchberry vape.
Yeah.
So yeah. So what have you vaped this on? What are you vaping on right now?
Okay, so in my hand right now, I've got the Rig V2 clone that I got from Wicked Park Vapor last week.
Mm-hmm.
Still rocking the hell out of this thing. I love it. I'm going through batteries like crazy because I can't put it down. Then I've got it on the Phenotype, on the Nuve. I've been horking it on that. You know, it's got a nice single coil. It's got that staple helix that Sean Taft from Coils for Advocacy made for me. It's got that in it, so I've been vaping on that. And then now this is the interesting one that I've been vaping on. It's a big boy. Got the Temple, but it's on an Appearin mod. This is a Series 26 650 mod.
Fun.
I'm rocking a 0.47 ohm dual Clapton, like 11, 12 wraps. And this
Temple.
is a bad boy.
I like
in the Temple. Yes.
That's killer. I had this on my Lush on my Decimus all day yesterday, which I just unscrewed a second ago, but I'm going to re-wick with this one. So this was fine. And then right now, as of last night, I've been vaping it on these crazy coils from Overdose Vapes on my unfocusing, never focusing. Well, that ruins it. Anyway, these are great stage Claptons on this. I also have a 26650 mod. This one's parallel from Outside the Box Mods. And I think Nick's in the audience, actually, who made this. This is great. And I'm going to wick this up and vape this, too. And I've also been vaping it a lot today on my, and for the last couple of days, on my Avocado, which I have a single coil Clapton Alien in here. I think it's about 6 wraps. So I just re-wicked that again yesterday. So let me just take a huge hork on this. So we've been vaping this a while.
Yeah.
I think that, yeah, totally. My impressions of this thing were good overall. I like this vape.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a big one.
Yeah, and I'm really enjoying this vape. It's weird because to me it's like you've got Oops All Berries, and I know they're trying for the Rice Krispie treat, but to me, I really get a lot of that, you know, in the bowl, right at the point to where it's not so much crunchy, but not really all mushy and shit. You know, that's the stage of cereal that I get, but to me, it's definitely Oops All Berry type creaminess. I mean, it's really creamy. But it's funny because I almost want to say I taste kind of like a cheesecake flavoring, like with a lot of creamy berry type creamy vapes that I've had in the past. I've noticed that one of the ingredients that they like to use is like a mild cheesecake, and that's what I'm definitely getting that vibe with this.
Yeah, I don't know.
However,
For me, it's all milk, but it's delicious. I taste like a vague
yeah,
fruitiness, and I can't pick a specific fruit, and I guess that's what they mean by crunch berry. It doesn't really determine it,
right,
but it
right,
tastes like a
exactly.
it's a vaguely fruity throughout. And I taste like kind of an oaty flavor. So to me, it's a little bit
Mhm.
more like cereal than Rice Krispie treats. But
Right.
crunch berries can be, you could also be Rice Krispie. What's the name of that delicious cereal? That's all Rice Krispie treats, but it's all made of fruit flavors. Anyway, it tastes a little bit more like that to me. But this is absolutely delicious, and for me, it's milkier.
You're talking
You
like
think it
Fruity
tastes cheesier?
Pebbles?
I do mean fruity pebbles. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Well, let me get some Clapton action going on this bad boy.
But I like this best at high wattage on the Overcast, and on the Lush, and I like it a lot in the avocado in like the tank situation.
Hmm. Me and my notoriously messy dripping fucking
Yeah,
self.
I
Hang
had a
on.
near
Here we
orgasmic
go.
vape. You know what? Now I'm torn again. I was saying best or worst, like whatever, but this tastes so
Uh huh.
freaking delicious in this warm tank vape. It's so good.
You know, I think I'm actually digging it more on the rig now that
You think?
I think about it. Um,
It's a smooth vape. It's a marshmallowy
yeah.
vape. There are some people out there who don't love marshmallows, and I think if you don't love marshmallows, you won't like this a
Mhm.
lot. But there's not that many people who feel that way. And this isn't too much
Right.
marshmallow. It just is. That's all.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Um,
And you know what? I do get like okay on the 26,650 series. I'm getting a lot of that berry cream that I was talking about that has that cheesecake esque ingredient
yeah.
to it. But when I've got a basic bitch 0.12 ohm 22 gauge static wire build in the rig, and I'm getting great flavor. I
Okay.
think I actually prefer it on the rig, to be honest, and that's really weird for me because I usually like a really really warm vape, and that's what I get off of the Clapton build on the Apeiron mod. But the flavor to me is more robust on this bad boy.
Another thing they did really right with this is that it's sweet enough, but it's not like fake sweet. Like
Right.
it has a good mouth feel. It creates enormous clouds. I've had no problems with the clouds, even though it's 60/40.
Hmm.
They've hit that taste and cloud. I don't think I'm going to win a cloud comp with this, um, but it feels and tastes great in your mouth.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what she said. Phrasing. Womp womp.
What,
All
aren't we
right.
doing phrasing anymore? Yeah, I thought we were doing phrasing.
Right.
I love this stuff. So we're pretty excited to have both the box mod makers in the audience too. Both the guys who make the Apeiron mods and the outside the box mods are there, and we have links that we can put down there too. I don't know if I did that, but if I didn't, I will, because we love
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
things.
Definitely, we should.
And
And yeah, the Apeiron mod that I have here, I'm actually going to be getting the specs. I haven't received the email yet. However, I've got an email en route with all the specs, so we can I can showcase this bad boy, kind of like I did with the PWM box last week. I'm going to go ahead and do it with this one this week.
well, so we don't want to make these too long. I guess we want to pretty much just talk about the
Yeah.
juices, and we'll do more reviews. But we want input from you guys, and anything you guys have to say in chat, go ahead and say that while we wrap up here, and we'll answer a couple of questions. And
Yeah. Yeah.
it's been about 10 minutes, and my overall results. I have a few notes here. My
Hmm.
overall rating for this is that if I usually rate stuff on whether it matches what it tastes like, whether I like the flavor of it, whether the flavor is the flavor they say it is, what the clouds are like, and then just how much I like it overall, 1 to
Right.
10.
Right.
So
Hmm.
that didn't make any sense, but basically it's how much they match, and then whether the flavor is actually a good flavor, whether I like it or not, and then if it creates good clouds, and then just a tilt thing so that I can add more points and stuff. I don't think it's fair. So this one, I think I gave it an 8 on the match, which I thought that it pretty much tasted like Rice Krispie treats. I think it tastes more like a cereal, rice cereal type of thing because of the milk, but I think that's debatable. The flavor itself, I thought was a 9 because it's just a good mix. It's well made, it tastes good, the nicotine's not overpowering, and you can vape it all day long. And this is not even like a special occasion vape. You will vape all the hell the way through this when you buy a bottle. It creates good clouds, so I gave it an 8 for that. So again, no problem. You're not going to win a cloud comp, but you're going to be pretty happy, I think, in the tank and on the RDA. And for tilt, I just gave it a 9 because I freaking love it. I think it's good. So that's basically what I buy it again, and probably yeah, I would. Even though we should mention that this vape is a little bit expensive. It's $12 for a 15 mil, so it's on the high end of cost for you guys sensitive to that. What do you think, Skeletor?
All right, so on WTF scale, I do a similar scale when it comes to what I decide on, and I actually like your tilt idea, so I'm going to go ahead and do that as well.
Steal it. It's good.
When it comes to matching up, yeah, I agree. It's definitely an 8 on that. When I vape it at a lower heat, when I'm vaping on the rig here, I actually get the fruity, oaty type of flavor that you get, and but I on a medium heat, like when I was vaping it on the Nuve, I do get the marshmallowy crunch berry type thing. But I do like how it also has the taste of like the crunch berries when they're at that point between soft and crunchy. Yeah. And it's got the milk flavor and everything. I really dig on that. This is definitely an all-day vape, and I would even say that if you can get it in between, like, I know you can get it in the 0, but if you can get it in like a 1.5, which I didn't do the research to see if we could or not, it would be something that even a guy that does tricks would sit there and be able to trick on, because the nicotine is that smooth. It's not peppery, it's not overbearing, it's not, this is a 3, and I get a hit like a 0.
It's an exceptionally smooth e-liquid.
It's very smooth. And on cloud production, I've been noticing that when I hit it on the temple, I'm getting massive clouds. I'm disappearing on the camera, and I definitely give the clouds an 8.5. On a flavor scale, I would definitely give it an 8.5. And would I buy this again? For sure, I would, most definitely. As a matter of fact, when I was at VCCT this weekend, they stopped me and they gave me samples of their entire line to do review, and as well as a T-shirt to sport, which I'm actually
wearing it. That's killer.
Wearing right now, and it's got my favorite color green on it, which I was digging on that as well. A+ to Coastal Clouds. I like their menu. It's very nice, and it's color coordinated with the juice.
Yeah, the presentation is very good.
Yep, and my tilt, it's a great flavor. I like it a lot. I give it a 9, and that's the WTF scale for you, folks.
That's good. We love it. So we like this juice, and I guess that's pretty easy for us to review one we actually like. And I was happy to get this from the Craft Vapery, and their, like I said, I'll do a follow-up review of that box and their presentation and what they sent me in the future. But this is great, and it was cool too because this actually made me want to look at the other flavors from Coastal Clouds. And sometimes you get a liquid that you're like, eh. But now that I've tried this, I definitely want to try the other two because this sounds good. And so, like we said, you guys can get this at Craft Vapery and search online or ask at your local vape shop. And I want to thank those guys, and I want to thank Skeletor too for coming and doing this with me. It's fun. I apologize. I didn't get the picture of the Coastal Clouds bottle up till too late. I had that there the whole time. I could have turned it on early.
Yeah, and just a quick, don't forget, I'm going to be doing the Imperium Mods showcase, getting the specs out there, giving a local boy some love.
That's fantastic. And so we love all you guys. Thanks to everybody there in the audience who tuned in. Thanks for everybody here. And we're going to do more of these. We're going to see you on Tuesday, tomorrow morning, for Vape AM. And we're going to talk about that Lassimo touchscreen
real quick.
super box. Yeah, good idea. Don't have a dry vape on the way out. That's no good.
Yeah, right.
And
start hacking.
We'll stick around and chat with you guys for a second after the show is stopped. And so have a great one. Thanks so much. You ready to vape out there, buddy? Should I do a quick drip just to make sure I'm not?
Yeah. Oh yeah, go ahead. Most definitely.
That's a disaster, right? Oh my God, am I almost out of this stuff? That's a great sign when you that's a good sign when you review juice and you're like, I'm out of it.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
good stuff.